Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the End of Castles. And as you notice, I have a crown on my head, and I am symbolizing this crown as a symbolization of being a king, because kings are crowned. The name of my lecture has a lot to do with this crown. And I am coming from something that is currently happened in the news today, or has recently happened in the news today. There was something called a No Kings protest. Now, now to the saints. We should not be protesting in the No King protests. If there's another one that comes up, we should not be participating in it. And you may say, why? Well, that is what my lecture is about. The name of my lecture is called The No King Protests Wages War. Saints, are your eyes open to worldly deceptions? Saints, are you participating or participated in the No Kings protest? Do you realize that the No Kings protest has nothing to do with the man that is in the White House? This is not a physical war, but a spiritual war. Listen, saints, we serve a king. We serve the King of Kings. So to protest at a No Kings rally, are you saying that you don't want to serve a king at all? Nobody is saying you should serve a man acting like a king. If you were serving a human king, you would not be able to protest or have a No Kings protest because the king would have you hanging on the gallows before noonday. To let everybody see that if you defy the king, you would be the next body hanging on the gallows. That was, and in some countries, the way a human king handles people that oppose him. Nobody is saying you should be forced to worship somebody other than Jesus. But the No Kings protest says you do not want to serve any king. So, knowing this fact, the only reason you should be involved in a No Kings protest means you are opposing all kings, even King Jesus, the king you claim to serve. The one that won't have you hanging from the gallows just because you oppose him. He gives you free will to choose him or not. Jesus is not in the world, he is in you. If he was in the world, the world would not accept him. Scripture. John chapter 18, verse 36 says, my kingdom is not of this world. This verse emphasizes the importance of not conforming to worldly values or cultures. Do not protest in the No Kings protest because you serve a king. Scripture. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11 states, take your stand against the devil's schemes. Do not be fooled by the devil's schemes. The No Kings protest is saying you are opposing the King of Kings as your king. But the protest says no king in America. That discredits Jesus as king. You do not want Jesus to be the king of America? Saints, you do not want Jesus to be your king. In Revelation 17, it speaks of 10 kings who will receive authority for 1 hour, and they will give their power to the beast to wage war against Jesus. Scripture. Revelation chapter 17, verse 14. They will wage war against the Lamb, but the Lamb will triumph over them because he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And with him will be his called, chosen, and faithful followers. Listen to the last part of that verse. And with him will be his called, chosen, and faithful followers. These are the saints that acknowledge their king. Warning, saints. Do not follow the world. Jesus' kingdom is not in it. Follow your Lord of lords. Follow your King of kings. And let the world walk around blindly thinking they do not need a king. Saints, do not give your power to the beast. They are waging a war against your King Jesus. In Revelation chapter 17, verse 14, clearly states they will not win. If you are his called, if you are his chosen, if you are his faithful follower, then remove yourself from the No Kings protest and follow your king, King Jesus. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of The End of Castles. And as always, when godly wisdom ascends, a new mindset begins. Bye-bye.